I'm ready. The last time the cards got read to me, very bad things happened.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. So what today? Did you have any particular questions you wanted to ask, or did you just want a general reading?
I want my future to be told to me. My very next steps, decisions, moves.
Gotcha. Okay. Let's see. Did you want to keep it simple, detailed, or something in between? The only difference.
Oh, as detailed as possible, yeah.
Okay, no problem. Go ahead and shuffle up then. Let's see what we got. Not drawing cards. Alright. Okay. So starting off with the first card. For your present, your current situation, we have the major card of death. Second, for what crosses you, a challenge or problem you appear to be facing, we have got Seven of Cups. Third, for what is beneath you, that's your hidden influence. Something that's affecting your current situation right now that either you're not fully aware of or you're choosing to ignore. And that is the Ace of Wands. Fourth, for what is behind you, your recent past, to give us some context into why things are the way they are now, we have got the Queen of Wands. Fifth, for your focus, what your energy's been going towards, we have the Page of Cups. Sixth, for what lies ahead of you, your potential future, we have the World. Seventh, for your attitude, the energy that you give off, we have the Star. Eighth, for your environment, the people you surround yourself with and how it affects you, we have the Four of Cups. Ninth, for advice, something to keep in mind for the future, we have the Eight of Cups.
Just gonna go over all these, right?
For the future at large, the bigger picture, we have the Six of Swords. Okay, so let me go ahead and go all the way back to the very beginning where we saw your present day card, and that was the major card of death. Meaning that right now your life is undergoing a whole lot of changes and transformations at this moment. Not necessarily negative, because death is ultimately just a form of rebirth or change, but it is definitely showing that there's a lot going on. Now, when we look at your challenge card, the problem you appear to be facing, we do see the Seven of Cups, meaning you have a lot of different options laid out for you right now. This card is very much about things like wishful thinking, daydreaming, indicating that you're having difficulty deciding what path to really go down. And especially when it comes to your hidden influence with the Ace of Wands, it means that you're feeling inspired for the most part. It means that you have a lot of ideas, and especially with this one particular idea, actually, I think a better way of phrasing it is more of you want to go with the idea that really inspires you the most. I think is a better way of putting it. Something that really incites your creativity and passion, especially because Queen of Wands in your past shows that you are a very passionate person. This card is all about charisma, confidence, self-assuredness, so it shows this is definitely a big attitude that you've embodied for quite some time. Although now, with your focus, we have the Page of Cups, meaning that in spite of that confidence, you've been having a bit of trouble with communicating things ranging from feelings to ideas, those sort of things. Mainly because Cups is all about emotions and relationships, so it's something you've been trying to work on as best you can, but it is still something of an issue for you. Now, looking at your potential future with the World, it shows that whatever it is that you're working on right now is gradually starting to come to a close. Definitely time to start wrapping things up and getting ready for the next journey. In terms of your attitude, we have the major card of the Star, so this is like the energy you're giving off. And sorry. Star is that symbol of hope. It's a guiding light, basically saying that in spite of whatever sort of situations you may be going through right now, there is still some sort of light at the end of the tunnel and optimism in spite of it, which is kind of great because your environment card is not. It's not necessarily the worst card, but Four of Cups kind of means that the people you surround yourself with push you into bad decisions. It definitely causes a little bit of tunnel vision, you know, really putting all of your eggs in one basket, so to speak. So, not entirely the best, but Yeah, it actually transitions into your advice card, the Eight of Cups, which is knowing when to walk away from things, knowing when there are greener pastures to be had, and just being able to move forward with your life so you can heal in some type of way, which is actually even emphasized in the bigger picture card, which was the Six of Swords. This one is also all about moving forward, but it's also recognizing the scars that you have left over from your past and not necessarily forgetting where it was that you came from. But nonetheless, both of these cards are emphasizing just moving on. But yeah, do you have any questions or anything I could clarify?
I think that's pretty much good, honestly.
Okay.
Very accurate.
Right. Oh, hell yeah.
Honestly, I
Okay.
expected worse, so this is a good day for me.
Yeah, this isn't too bad, honestly.
Yeah. Very good, very good. It's gonna keep me in good spirits.
That's great, yeah.
Now it's Saab's turn. Come on, Saab, get in there, brother. Let's see what the cards got in store for you, my man.
Yeah. How you doing?
Doing well, thank you. And yourself?
You know, doing great. Doing great.
Okay.
So what is my fate?
Gotcha. Did you want to do a similar reading or something shorter?
Something shorter probably.
No, let's do similar. Let's get as detailed as possible. We gotta see what's in store for this fucking idiot.
Okay, alright. We'll do detail then. Alright, let me go ahead and shuffle up the cards. Let's see what we got. Okay, so starting off with the present day, your current situation, the way things are right now, we have got the King of Wands. Second, for what crosses you, a challenge or problem you appear to be facing, we have got the Seven of Coins. Third, for what is beneath you, that almost fell down. This is going to be your hidden influence that's affecting your current situation, and that is the Eight of Swords. Fourth, for what is behind you, your recent past. To give you some context, we have the major card of Justice. Fifth, for your focus, what your energy has been going towards, we have the Two of Cups. Sixth, what lies ahead of you, your potential future, we have the major card of the Devil.
Oh my god,
Seventh,
the
your
shaitan.
attitude, the energy you give off, we have the Eight of Wands. Eighth, for your environments, the people you surround yourself with and how it affects you, we have the Knight of Coins. Ninth, for advice, something to keep in mind for the future, we've got the Six of Cups. And finally, 10th, for the outcome, the future at large, the bigger picture, we have the Nine of Coins. Alright, so let's go ahead and start off with the first card, which was your present day, and that was the King of Wands. Basically saying that you were going through something of a rebirth period for yourself, because the King of Wands in this case is exemplified by like the Phoenix. So, you know, if you're familiar with that sort of lore, it definitely it definitely embodies that sort of energy of things like strength, passion, because that is what Wands is all about, passion. And when it comes to your challenge card, however, we do have the Seven of Coins, which is all about sacrifice. So the best way of putting this is more of you've been, whatever it is that you've been sacrificing your time, efforts, and all those sort of things for, it may not be paying off for you at this moment. And at the underlying all of it, with the Eight of Swords, is anxiety, a feeling of being trapped. So in spite of the confidence that it seems that you have, there definitely feels like there are some doubts there, especially in terms of what you've been working for, and a lot of anxiety towards your efforts not actually being rewarded. And it makes sense that people can get nervous about that, because in your past with Justice, it shows that you're a person of balance. You believe in karma and things coming back to people as they should be. So it shows that you do have like that sort of strong compass for yourself. And it's also kind of emphasized in the Two of Cups, which is your focus, which is all about equality. And technically, this has more to deal with relationships and like partnership in that sense. So it's more so being focused on working with somebody that you feel you are on equal footing with.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
Yeah. And let's see. But with your your potential future, we do have the major card of the devil, which I always tell people potential futures because if you don't want it to happen for yourself, it doesn't necessarily have to.
Sure.
But the devil does signify people doing things in times when they feel powerless and out of control of their own lives. Just leaning more into darker impulses, those sort of things. And it does kind of seem like you've been expending yourself quite a bit, especially when we take a look over at your attitude cards, the energy you're giving off. The Eight of Wands is speed, but also getting closer towards burnout, because if you visualize it, you know, you have this beautiful, like, ancient bird flying through the sky holding a torch, but the torch is also lighting its own feathers on fire. So it gives off the impression of not only, like, constantly going and moving fast, but also burning yourself for whatever it is that you've been working towards.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes sense in a way because your environment card, the Knight of Coins, it shows that you're being pushed to do a lot of the shit that nobody else wants to, but it's necessary to actually do. My advice in the Six of Cups is to take off the rose-tinted glasses, because this card is all about nostalgia, of, you know, thinking too much about the past. So definitely try to not focus so much on those sort of things. And for the bigger picture, however, it does actually look a little bit better. I think in spite of those sort of things, you do have a lot of potential for success, because the Nine of Coins is basically like reaping the rewards of all of your hard work and being able to actually enjoy the things that you've put your efforts into. But yeah, do you have any questions or anything I can clarify?
No, it's kind of scary how spot on you are sometimes.
I try my best.
All right, Skipper, get in there.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. Did you also want to do just like a general future read?
Same thing.
Okay. Same thing, no problem. Let me go ahead and put all these cards back inside. Alright.
I feel confident. This feels good.
Let's see what I got. Alright, so starting off with your current situation, the way things are right now, we have the Two of Swords. Second, for your challenge, your problem, we see the Two of Cups. Third, for what is beneath you, your hidden influence, we've got the Ten of Coins. Fourth, for what is behind you, your recent past, we see the Three of Wands. Fifth, for your focus, what your energy's been going towards, we've got the Page of Coins. Sixth, for what lies ahead, your potential future, we've got the Sun. Seventh, for your attitude, the energy you give off, we have the Knight of Cups. Eighth, for your environment, what you surround yourself with and how that affects you, we also see the Knight of Coins again. Oh, cards were fine. Ninth, for advice, something to keep in mind for the future, we have Judgment. And then 10th, for the outcome, the future at large, we have the Three of Coins. So, starting off with your present, we have got the Two of Swords, meaning that right now you have a very difficult decision to make. You're somewhat at a crossroads at this moment, and you have to face reality for what it is if you're going to be able to face your fears and tackle whatever challenge is in your way at the moment. In terms of your challenge, we do see the Two of Cups again, meaning that maybe this is a conflict with somebody that you really care about on some sort of level. And especially when we look at your hidden influence, which is the Ten of Coins, which is all about legacy, meaning, you know, these are people who have maybe been around for a while, been a part of your life, a family type of card. That sort of thing.
Interesting.
Let's see. Now with your recent past, we've got the Three of Wands, showing that a part of the influence of what's going on right now is that you're definitely struggling with motivation in the moment, because Three of Wands is definitely that kind of energy where you're constantly climbing the ladder, but not necessarily seeing the end in sight. So So it does show not necessarily burnout, but definitely frustration with where you were currently at with your path. And then we look at the page of coins for your focus. And this one is both like setting your own goals, but also trying to prove your loyalty to people. Let's see. With your potential future, we also have the major card of the sun, which bodes pretty well, mostly because this card is a symbol of success, happiness, victory, all those sort of like positive things that we could really hope for. So whatever efforts it is that you are putting in for yourself right now, it could definitely yield pretty good results.
Interesting.
With your attitude, we've got the Knight of Cups. And when it comes to the Knight of Cups, it's a mixture of things. For some people, it can be someone that shows up when they need to, and then as soon as they're done, they just kind of dip out. But at the very least, you're doing something that's meaningful, even if you're not there for very long. And like we mentioned earlier with the Knight of Coins in this situation, for your environment, it indicates that, you wind up having to do the things that you really need to, mostly because other people aren't doing it and shit still needs to get done. My advice with the major card of judgment is learn from your past and don't make the same mistakes again. Because judgment is definitely that sort of calling to remind people of what they could potentially be. And especially heated in the bigger picture card, the Three of Coins, which is teamwork and learning. Meaning you need to be receptive to whatever it is that people are teaching you, and you also need to understand that there are just some things you can't really do on your own, so you need to rely on other people to help compensate for that. But yeah, any questions?
No, that was very eye-opening.
Very
Heavy
eye-opening.
shit.
Yeah. All right, Bubbles, get in there.
Hey, how you doing?
Hello, doing well. I'm assuming you want to do the same thing.
Yeah, I need the full.
Yeah, no problem.
Need to know about my life.
Gotcha. All right. Go ahead and just put these cards back, and then I'll reshuffle them again.
Scary how she knows.
My future's fucked.
All right.
He's gonna choke me out. He's gonna choke me out and kill me.
This is my fate.
Man.
Don't let the prophecy come true.
Keep that there. All right. Starting off with your current situation, we've got the Nine of Swords. Second, for what crosses you, a challenge you appear to be facing, we have the Magician. Third, for what is beneath you, your hidden influence, we have Justice. Fourth, for what is behind you, your recent past, we've got the Five of Cups. Fifth, for your focus, what your energy is going towards, we have the Fool. Sixth, for what lies ahead, your potential future, we have the Eight of Coins. Seventh, for your attitude, the energy you give off, we have the Queen of Wands. Eighth, for your environment, we've got the Ten of Wands. Ninth, for advice, something to keep in mind for the future, we have the Nine of Wands. And then finally, 10th, for the outcome, the future at large, we have the Eight of Wands. I'm gonna be honest, this doesn't look great.
What? What the fuck does that
It's not
mean?
looking too good, Bubbles. Yeah, not looking too good.
Tell me, Doc.
Alright, so starting off with your present, we have got the Nine of Swords, which in its own way is a self-fulfilling prophecy, meaning you're getting way too in your head and overthinking things to the point where whatever it is that you've been fearing is probably going to come true.
The prince.
And
Yes.
in terms of your challenges, your problems, we have the Magician, which Magician itself is that symbol of somebody who's able to actually make their own personal dreams and goals come true. So it definitely feels like you're having trouble with actually being able to accomplish the things that you really want to. Definitely feels like sort of a mental block in a way. And actually, that does bring back the hidden influence card, which is justice, meaning it feels like you're worried about some sort of karmic retribution, maybe. It feels like this is something that's coming back up that's going to affect you right now. Especially with your recent past, the Five of Cups, which is guilt, remorse, regret. It definitely gives the vibes that there's something that you did that you definitely felt a whole lot of guilt over, and it's still very much affecting you to this day.
Fuck.
When we look at your focus, we have Fool, meaning you're prone to making mistakes because it seems like you're a little bit newer to whatever it is that you've been working on, and you're still trying to learn the ropes and understand everything. Prone to naivete, that kind of stuff. And in your potential future, with the 8 of coins, it shows that you're going to be putting in a lot of hard work. You have the determination, but the road ahead of you is going to be pretty painful, but it is something that could potentially be worth it.
All right, all right.
With your attitude in the Queen of Wands showing that you're self-assured, you like what it is that you do, and you have some confidence in it. But when it comes to your environment, the people you're surrounding yourself with, they're ultimately kind of driving you to some form of burnout. Because that's what 10 of Wands is embodying. Yeah, putting too much work on your own
Very.
shoulders, just focusing way too much on doing things yourself. Can definitely lead to that. My advice with the 9 of Wands is keep persevering, because this card is all about gathering your strength, being able to continue in spite of any daunting circumstances in front of you that might seem like they're impossible, but so long as you actually try your best, you can only expect at least some sort of good result. And then with the outcome, the future at large, we have the 8 of Wands again, meaning that there's a lot of you're going to, not only do you need to put in a lot of effort into everything, but you're going to need to move pretty quickly. I think a better way of putting it as well is also just you're going to have to put yourself under the fire quite a bit until to finally figure out what exactly it is that you need to be doing. Since I mentioned earlier, you know, this card can be about setting yourself on fire, so
Trying to
just be
keep
careful,
everybody
but
else
also-
warm, huh?
But yeah, do you have any questions or anything?
But so the first card, my prophecy will come true though, right?
Can you repeat that again? You're a little quiet.
You said in my first card that my prophecy is gonna come true though, right?
Well, I did call it a self-fulfilling prophecy. It doesn't necessarily mean it has to happen, but if you keep overthinking yourself, it'll probably happen anyway. That's just how it works sometimes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you so much. We appreciate the time. This is very eye-opening for all of us.
Yeah, there's no problem
Thank
at
you.
all.
Give the woman a
Thank
tip,
you.
Skipper. Thank you so much. You have a fantastic day.
Yeah, no problem. You guys have a good one.
I'm Jon Snow.
Wait, we don't pay her?
Holy shit.
This is for free.
I'm
Shut
the
your
prince
fucking
that
mouth,
was
man.
promised.
You heard what she said about you? You fucking lazy.
No,
You
she
fucking
didn't
try
say
to
that.
move
She
forward
said,
while burning your stuff on fire.
And you got
said-
resentment, buddy.
she said she got the devil on my side.
What the hell was that? Asshole?
Oh!